glorious and precious name of Yeshua HaMashiach, aka Jesus Christ. This video is on chapter 7 of the book of Ecclesiastes. So I've decided to do a chapter there are 12 chapters of the book of Ecclesiastes. I decided to do one chapter per month, given that there are 12 months in the year. So I'm on chapter 7. Let's go. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death is better than the day of birth. We should always pursue integrity over material things, that we should keep in eternal perspective as death. For those in Yeshua, it means the end of their troubles. It means the end of your troubles. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for this is the end of all mankind, and the living will lay it to heart. Unless Yeshua returns back in our time, we are all going to die. It's best to keep that in mind as we live our days with wisdom. That's one reason why it's good to go to the house of mourning. Another reason to go there is to support others in the grief. No matter how important community and support is. Verse 3. Verse 3. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of face the heart is made glad. Sorrow, especially for one's sin, can lead to introspection and growth. Brokenness can be good for the heart, as it can make the heart tender to eternal things. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. Mourning is the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. The house of mourning, i.e. in this case, funerals, sick rooms, hospitals, and trials in general, can teach us to focus on things that are actually important and eternal things in life. Focusing on pleasure and entertainment above all else will cause you not to think about eternity or what will last forever. Verse 5. It is better for a man to hear the rebuke of a wise than the song of fools. The ultimate goal of a wise person's rebuke is to cause a person to become better. So it would be good to take it to heart. Avoid conversations, activities that don't edify you. Verse 6. For as the crackling of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of fools. This also is vanity. Focusing on superficial pleasures, like stuff and lasting impact. Mockery of sin to the things of Yah or God will end badly. Verse 7. Surely extortion causes the wise to become a fool. And a bribe corrupts the heart. The wise can become foolish, so it's important to guard your heart. And obviously, extortion and bribery are bad. Verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than its beginning, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Perseverance is important, especially through bad times. It's also good to reflect on life's journey, as understanding the growth you experience is good. Patience, especially through trials, is good, and pride is bad, obviously. Verse 9. Now be quick in your spirit to anger, become angry, for anger lodges in the heart of fools. Hastiness is bad. We should always be slow to anger, because those who fly to rage often have a bad landing, as somebody once said. Verse 10. Say not, why were the former days better than these? For it is not from wisdom that you ask us. There are times in the past where I've just been thinking, especially with the rise of secularism, I wish I reminisce on the past and how much more religious this country was and how we weren't dealing with things with homosexuality. Only I have to remember that during that era, I would segregate. Jim Crow was a thing. I would more than likely, there would be a high chance that I would be lynched, that I would have to deal with, and all sorts of other racial forms of oppression are there. Nostalgia can do that. Nostalgia can really, really do that. It can distort the perception of how things really were in the past. Don't be able to hold into nostalgia. Dwelling on the past can hinder you from too much. Dwelling on it too much can keep you from seeing the opportunities that the Most High has set before you, and what He wants you to do in the present. Make the most of the opportunities He has befriended for you right now. Verse 11. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, an advantage to those who see the sun. Wisdom is a source of safety and security, not unlike how inheritances were in the Near East. And it can benefit you both in the short run and the long run. Wealth provides, on the verse 12, for the protection of the wisdom is like the protection of money. And the advantage of knowledge is that wisdom preserves the life of him who has it. Wisdom can provide short-term security. Wealth provides short-term security. Wisdom provides long-term security. Pursuing knowledge, i.e. discernment and understanding, that leads to wisdom is valuable. Verse 13. Consider the work of God. Who can make straight what He has made crooked? Yah, or God, is in control. And that needs to be recognized. If Yah, or God, has opened the door in your life, He granted you a golden opportunity, no one can close that door. And if He has closed the door, then there is nothing you can do to open it. So you need to have humility and wisdom in discerning the Most High's will. In the day of verse 14, the day of prosperity be joyful, and in the day of adversity, consider God has made the one as well as the other, so that man may not find out anything that will be after him. Yah, or God, is in control of the good times and the bad times. When things are going good, be thankful to Him and enjoy it. When things are going bad, reflect on the Most High's purpose and sovereignty. Adversity can be a great tool for deepening your walk with the Almighty. And have peace, because you may not know what tomorrow holds, but you know who holds tomorrow. Verse 15. In my vain life I have seen everything. There is a righteous man who perishes in his righteousness, and there is a wicked man who prolongs his life in his evil doing. Life is often unfair, so that way means we need to focus on the ultimate justice of the Almighty. Obedience is about faithfulness to the Most High, not immediate reward. We must trust the Most High even when it doesn't jive with our sense of justice. Verse 16. Verse 16. Verse 16. Be not overly righteous and do not make yourself too wise. Why should you destroy yourself? Legalism, self-righteousness, and being wise in your own eyes are not will lead to destruction. It also makes me think about, there's a podcast on Southside Rabbi where a brother in Hamashiach named Amit Hudson talks about after how he embraced Yeshua, he refused to go for try and become homecoming king because over the grounds that Jesus is his king. Makes me think about this verse. Anywho, verse 17. Not be overly wicked, nor be a fool. Why should you die before your time? Sin has consequences, especially if someone lives an extremely unrepentant and sinful life. It will obviously lead to death. Related to that, moderation is important. Or relation to the previous verse, moderation is important. Verse 18. It is good that you should take hold of this, and from that withhold not your hand, for the one who fears God or Yah shall come out from both of them. Those who revere Yah or God will avoid legalism and licentiousness. I mentioned it in the previous two verses. Verse 19. Wisdom gives strength to the wise man more than 10 rulers who are in the city. Wisdom is better than strength or political power. Leaders who seek wisdom govern more effectively. Wisdom can safeguard you from challenges of the world. Obviously, it's important to seek wisdom. Verse 20. Surely there is not a righteous man on earth who does good and never sins. There is no one. All of us have sinned. As such, we need to rely on the blood of Christ Jesus, or aka Yeshua HaMashiach, to save us. Humility should be encouraged and self-righteousness discouraged. Verses 21 and 22. Do not take to heart all the things that people say, lest you hear your servant cursing you. Your heart knows that many times you yourself have cursed others. Words have power. We all have imperfections. We need to not focus on the negative things people said or spoken to us. Keep in mind, you have spoken poorly about others at times. Forgiveness and grace are in order. Verses 23 and 24. All this I have tested by wisdom. I said I will be wise, but it was far from me. That which has been is far off and deep, very deep. Who can find it out? Human wisdom is limited. Humility and faith are in order here. Our ultimate goal is to have a relationship with Yah or God. The mysteries of life should lead to greater reverence towards Him. Verses 25 and 26. I turned my heart to know and to search out and to seek wisdom and the scheme of things, and to know the wickedness of folly and the foolishness that is madness. And I find something more better than that. The woman whose heart is snares and nets, and whose hands are fetters. He who pleases God escapes her, but the sinner is taken by her. Seeking wisdom is a matter of the heart as well as the head. Living to please the Most High living to please Yah should be our aim. Sin has consequences. Choose your friends carefully because they can lead you further from him or closer towards him. Closer towards him. Trust that Yah will provide a way of escape out from temptation. Verse 27. Behold, this is what I found. The preacher, while adding one thing to another, to find the scheme of things. Learn from your experiences. Verses 28 and 29. Which my soul has sought repeatedly, but I have not found. One man among the thousands I found, but a woman among all these I have not found. See, this alone I found, that God has made man upright, and that they have sought out many schemes. Yah designed us to glorify him. We have decided to just glorify ourselves. Only Hamashiach, aka Jesus, aka Christ, can save us. That's all for Ecclesiastes Chapter 7. Hope you found something insightful. Hope you take it to heart. Hope somebody turns to Yeshua as a result of this. I look forward to seeing you again with Chapter 8.